Hey chefs, how's it going? And welcome to Sweet Willy's Kitchen. Today we're going to talk about something that's pretty near and dear to my heart, and this is one where, as opposed to the barbecue, this is where I'm a bit of a purist. And it also ties in with one of my first requests to do a product review, and that product review was sent to us by the folks at Idylc Homes, and it is a Kona French Press coffee maker. Now, those of you who are coffee drinkers know there are many ways to do your coffee. You could use those little pods with those great new coffee machines. I like those. I have one here at the house. That's good for the 1 cup, an outdoor. But if we're going to be sitting down at the desk doing some work and we're going to make more than 1 cup of coffee, this is where the French press would come into play. Now, I've been using French press now for about 20 years. I discovered that by one of my dear friends down in the Bethesda, Maryland area. And ever since then, I always have had a French press. This is the Kona French Press from Idylc Homes. I'm going to send a link to those who might be interested. Let's get this out of the box, so to speak. And they have a couple recipes. There's an app that you can get, so you got those there. You can get some recipes going. And so we'll pull this out. Nice simple bubble wrap. Look, that's not the big bubble wrap, so it only makes little, only makes little pricks, so we like the big pop. So here it is. We use a silica glass type of container, and there's the press. Okay, so what you have here is the plunger, and there's a mesh screen that this works on, and we'll go over this. And there's the instructions. Really pretty easy. It's got a nice base to it. I like this base. It's nice and a good sturdy base. Good handle here to keep the heat away. So essentially what we're going to do is we're going to fill this up. This is a 34 ounce, so you're going to get you're going to get a good 4 8-ounce cups of coffee out of this. So there's a lot going on here. Okay, and here's your scoop, and this would be your scoop for your ground beans. So for each cup you would put 1 scoop of this. So in this case you'd use 4 scoops for each. I think 6 ounce, so we'll use 5. I like mine a little harsher, and it's not going to hurt you by doing that. So 5 scoops. Let's put this aside, and let's talk about grounds. What I did was, from time to time, I'll mix these, and I'll use a regular pre-ground beans. And as you can see here, all right, it's kind of a fine ground. What happens is with this, the finer grounds will get through the sieve, and then you'll get this big, thick, mucky mixture that's really not all that great. So what I do is I have 2 options. I could either ground the beans myself by using my own coffee grinder, or I could go to my supermarket where the grinder's already there. The coffee grinders at my particular supermarket has the dial. So we're going to go with a coarse grind. As you can see, it's a little coarser. Okay, the specks are a little bigger, so it's a little coarser. You're not going to have that powder, that dust that's going to mix with the water and filter through the sieve. What we're going to do is we're going to take the plunger out, and for my case, I like my coffee a little bit on the strong side, and we're going to use 1, 2, I think 4 will do it. Yeah, this looks pretty good. 4 heaping. So 4 heaping. I'm going to use 4 heaping scoops. While we're doing that, I've got an electric kettle. You could either boil water, you could either boil your water, and then if you bring your water to a boil, give it a minute or 2 to get down to a little bit of lower temperature. Okay, the ideal coffee brewing temperature is roughly around 190 degrees, so I've been taught. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my electric kettle. That's what we use here at the house, and we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. So our electric kettle has been reached to a boil. We gave it a couple moments to get down to under 200 degrees. So we're going to take this and we're just going to pour this into the French press. And get that going. Right up to the black band here. See where that black band is? All right, we'll pour it right up there. Right now, we're going to give this about 4 minutes to steep. Okay, so like I said, this is nice. It keeps the heat away from you. It's got a good sturdy base. That's what I really like about this, the good sturdy base. All right, and the plunger. There's also a little insert here about a replacement screen. After a while, you need to replace this mesh screen. It gets kind of gunked up after a year, of regular use. So they've got a coupon here and an app that you could send and get the free replacement screen. And like I said, the way this thing comes apart, something we could talk about this while this thing is steeping. All right, the rod here screws in like so. This takes it apart, and you got 3 sections. You've got the main stabilizer, you've got that mesh we were talking about, and then you've got the bottom stabilizer. So the way the thing puts together is there, here, and here. And it just screws on. There we go. Nice. So that's a good way. Every once in a while, you want to take it apart and clean it up. I want to give you a little comparison. Over on this side, this is the pre-ground. I don't know if you can see that, but it's fairly, relatively fine when you compare it to the coarse, which is on this side, okay? And that's important, okay? If it's too fine, it's going to get past this mesh and it's going to get, mixed in with your coffee. So this has been sitting here for about 4 minutes. And let's clear this out. And what we do is we go here and we gently press it down. Now what this plunger is doing is pushing all the grounds that were floated to the top. And we gently press this down, and there you go. Okay, so what we do is, here's the spout, and this slotted edge, okay, that's lined up with here. Get yourself a coffee cup, press this down, pour yourself a cup of coffee. So again, I take my black, no sugar. I don't know about everybody else. I'm sure a little cream, a little sugar, but don't use too much cream. Don't use too much sugar. You've gone through a little. You've gone through some effort by making good, freshly ground coffee, and you wouldn't want to waste it. Okay, so yep, that's a good cup of coffee. So I want to thank those from Idylc Homes for sending me this little guy here. Again, it's a nice product. The thing I like most about this is the base. Okay, that's important. You don't want any accidental spillage. This has got a nice solid base. Like I said, it's a good piece of goods. I'm going to put the link to where you can get this if you're interested in putting it. I'm going to put the link to it on the video. So for those of you who watched, thank you very much. For those who have subscribed, I thank you even more. And those of you who have not subscribed, please consider so. I'm Sweet Willy. I want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.